In today's session, we will cover what you need to do in order to place an order through ESP. This class will cover a basic product order with an imprint and artwork option. It will follow through the purchase order and also well through to the invoice. My customer is called to order a product from me. They've given me the product number. I find my product in ESP Web. Once I find my product, double-clicking on the image opens up a product information box. And at the bottom of the product information box, there is an order button. Clicking on order will take us through the first option, which is your product option for your mugs. You can choose the color of your mug at this point, and then click continue over to the right-hand side. It is now time to enter the quantity. Hover it over the unit price will give us the quantity breaks here, and then I can just type in how many I would like to order. My summary will appear on the right-hand side. I see the quantity, the cost, and the price, and the margin. The margin is the profit. I then click continue. I'm now up to my imprint method. I choose my imprint method from the drop-down. I upload my customer's logo. And then I choose my imprint location. I then choose my imprint color from here. I just type it in. Any special decoration instructions will go here. This will be seen on the invoice. This will also be seen on the purchase order. I then continue on to the next step, which is selecting my customer. I can select an existing customer from here, or if it's a new customer, add a new customer from here. It is pre-selected at customer. If this is a supplier or a decorator or a prospect, I would choose these options. I then enter as much information as I have about my customer in the box here. Email address, if that is possible. If that's here, then I would select that. In today's session, we will cover what you need to do to place an order through your ESP Web. This class will cover a basic product order with an imprint and artwork attached. To begin, we search out our products for our customer. Once we find our product, we choose our product from the drop-down. We're going to double-click on the image, open the product detail page, come down to the order button at the bottom of the product information page, and then we go through our options. We select the color of the mug that's going to be attached to the basket, and then click continue. We can hover over the unit price and find the quantity breaks here. We're going to order 12 today, and then we can continue. But before we continue, there's an order summary that does appear. We do see our quantity, the total product cost, the product price, and also the margin. We can then click continue to go over to our next step. This is the imprint method, silk screen. We're going to upload our customer's logo from here. Choose our imprint location and our imprint color. Decoration instructions can be added here. Click on continue takes us to the next step where we choose our customer. You can choose a customer that already exists within your CRM from here, or if this is a new customer, you can add your new customer. Okay. It is pre-selected at customer. If it is a supplier or decorator or a prospect you're entering, we would select these options here. You want to put in as much information as you have about your customer here. We can choose the address for our customer. We can begin typing in the address. It will then filter out coming from Google Maps and pre-select the address for us. So once we pre-selected our address, we can click Save. We now have our billing, shipping, and acknowledgement information here. We're now ready to create the order. At the top, there is our order number. For our right-hand side, we do have some options here. The first one is our visibility option. We click on the padlock. It lets us know how many people or who is going to see this order. Everyone right now is selected to see the order. We can choose other options for other viewers of the order. There's also your notes options. So when you're adding notes, anyone that logs into your ESP will be able to see those notes as well as you. A third option is the artwork option. It does show us the artwork that we did upload. We are able to upload additional pieces of artwork here. This is our customer. It is now saved as part of our CRM, so anytime we create a new order for the customer, they will be selectable through the drop-down. Here's our order status. Click on the drop-down arrow will let us close the order or keep it open. Order total is going to be retail cost. This is your master document. This is the customer's information and their charge. Salesperson's PO reference can be added here. Order date, in-hand date. I need to have an in-hand date of the 16th, and I needed to ship before that, so I needed to ship maybe around the 12th. Billing contact, shipping contact, acknowledgement contact is all here. Okay, this information is editable, so you can change out the addresses. We do have the option to send the acknowledgement from here. Clicking on the drop-down will let you preview the acknowledgement, download the acknowledgement, and there's the send option to send the acknowledgement. Our terms can be set up, so the terms that we agreed upon with our end buyer can be added here. So it will be net 30. They're paying with their American Express, and they would love to have their product shipped via UPS grounds. You can add a account, and this will be the shipping account. So this will be the account number of the carrier that's being charged. There's an option to add tags, and tags will let you add a phrase or a word to a company, and you'll be able to find that company through your CRM. So if you have a lot of landscapers that you deal with, okay, if you give them a tag of landscape, when you go to your CRM, you're able to type in landscape, and it will show you all your companies that have that tag. Here is our pricing, our decoration, shipping, and purchase order options here, and also the option to create an invoice. We also have the option to add additional products to the order. Clicking on the drop-down will let you add a product manually. Clicking this open will give you a pop-up window, and you can add a product that is not part of ASI. You can fill in the image, product number, product name, product description, and the supplier that you're ordering the product from. The supplier has to be set up in your CRM in order for you to select them. All configurable options can be added here and save at the bottom of the order. You can also, by clicking add a product from your clipboard, from your shopping cart, project folder, and also a product search can be done here to find and add a product. Adding a service, if I click on the drop-down, I'm able to add freight, shipping and handling, or a service charge. Clicking on the Add Service button will let me add a custom charge. I'm also able to add a title. Hovering over the image, there's the Edit option. which opens up the product that I've just pulled over from my ESP, and I can edit this information. This is the supplier that we're buying the product from, and I'm able to delete the product from the sales order from here. Anything that you've done here, you make sure you save. Moving on to the decoration button. This is the imprint area. So this is where we selected our imprint location as well as uploading your logo. We have the option to edit this information. Hovering over the image gives us the edit option. In the middle, there is a menu. Okay, this will let us choose our decoration option. So the artwork is here already. We can remove it and add other artwork. We do see our imprint method here. We can add a logo size. Here is our imprint color. Supplier we're ordering it from. If we require proof, we can choose that from the drop-down, and the vendor notes can be added here. Any additional charges for the decoration should be added here. Add ESP charge. Okay. We can then add a setup charge for silkscreen. Add a run charge here. Lets us add additional run charges that are not listed here. There's a run charge listed here. Add it. Okay, the run charge here I believe is for additional colors. We have a one color imprint, so we would manually add our setup or run charge. We can edit this information. There's a drop down to choose from if you needed to rename this option, and edit the name of the option here, and then add that option price. We're going to delete it for now. Personalization can be added, so we can upload those additional personalization options here, or logos. There's a shipping option here as well. Where is it going to be shipped to? So we can choose our customer from the drop-down. From here, we can add that information here if we needed to. We can add it manually if it's not part of our CRM. Up on the main toolbar, there's an instructions tab. We can type instructions that will apply to all of our customer-facing documents, our acknowledgement, our invoice, it will be added here. It will be added to those documents. Okay? We do have the option to choose to add the information to the acknowledgement, type our information here. If we wanted to add additional information to our invoice, we can add that information here. Or if we wanted to add additional information to a purchase order, we can add that here. We're going to remove these options. We're not going to add these today. We do have the shipping tab here as well as under the decoration tab. Under the shipping tab, again, you're going to choose that customer that you're shipping it to. Okay, so once you choose your shipping, it pre-fills that information in for you as far as the shipping address is concerned. We are able to choose it to have it blind shipped to our customer. So this is letting our supplier know not to mail it to my customer with any information as far as where it came from. We can add our shipping date here. We can also have the carrier added here, as well as having the account number of the carrier that's being charged added here as well. Vendor charges can be added here, so any additional charges from the vendor can be added here. So if there's any special packaging or things like that, inserts that the supplier does, that information can be added here by clicking Add Charge. At the bottom, we're going to save our changes. Okay, so now we see that our setup charge has been added. We're going to move on to the shipping tab here. And it's the same shipping tab as under decoration, because when we added our address, you see that it did populate here and the option to blind ship here. If we did need to edit this information, there's the edit option here. purchase order. Once we click purchase order, our purchase order is now generated. We're not able to edit the purchase order from here. You can preview the purchase order from here. Any changes that you need to make to the purchase order should be done under the pricing tab. So let's click on preview. Clicking on preview will open up our purchase order. At the top is our information as well as the purchase order number, the salesperson, the order date, the supplier that we're ordering it from, and where it's being shipped to. This is the product that we're ordering along with the customer's logo that has been attached. You have the option to download the purchase order, print the purchase order, or send the purchase order directly to the supplier from here. Clicking on send. Okay, we'll open up the option where you can choose or it's automatically going to be chosen. It's going to automatically pull in. This will automatically pull in where the order should be sent to. So this is pulling from our permissioning system. There's no need to actually put any information here. It will CC the salesperson as well as My Promo Office, which is located within your CRM. Okay. The reply to, this is the information that I've set up, so I want my suppliers to reply to this email address. Okay, there's subject line and the message is editable, and you would send it from here. We're going to cancel for today. We're going to go back to our sales order here and then move on to our invoice. So once we click create invoice, okay, it changes out the screen a little bit, as you can see, and the invoice will contain whatever we're charging our end buyer. So the pricing at the top is going to be charges for the end buyer. This is what my customer is invoiced to pay me. So it does contain all of the information about what we're ordering and who we're ordering it from, as well as our end buyer information. We can preview the invoice by coming to the bottom of the page and clicking on preview. And this is what the customer sees once they receive the invoice. So our salesperson is listed as well as the invoice, ship date, and hand date. Our customer, the bill to and ship to for our customer, any terms, pay with, ship via, and shipping account information will be listed here. So we did put this on a sales order, so it does populate to the invoice. What we're ordering or what we've ordered for our end buyer, so they see the product description, the total units that we've ordered, the setup charges, any itemized charges that you've added will be listed here. Shipping charge, if it has been added, will be listed here as well. Okay, and then we can send it from here. But let's add our shipping charge before we send it to our customer. So how do we do that? We go back to our original order. Remember, anytime you do a preview, it opens up in an additional tab within your browser. From the invoice, and the invoice is editable, you can edit this. You cannot edit the purchase order, but remember, you can edit the invoice. Okay, so we need to add that service, right? So we click on the drop down, shipping and handling. Sorry, I clicked on it by accident. Shipping and handling. So then we add that shipping charge. And we save. We now see that it does refresh, and now we have a shipping charge here. Now we're able to save this. You want to always make sure you save to save your change, and now we can open it up to preview. And we now see that our shipping and handling charge has been added. Very easy, very simple. So let's go back to our order and close out the sales order. And close out the invoice. So once you close your invoice or your sales order, it does come back to the home page. And on the home page, we can see we have some tabs here. The first one is your quotes. So any quotes that you generated will be listed here. Any orders, these are the sales order, and notice that my sales order is here. All sales order will be under this tab. Any invoices that you generated will be under the invoices tab. So this is our invoice that we generated. Sample requests, purchase order history. Purchase orders that you sent out will be listed here. You are able to request a status on the purchase order. Also, at the very top, we want to go to our CRM. Okay, I want to show you how to add your logo to the documents that you generate and send out. So if you go to your CRM, you're going to come to the import button here. You're going to see a list of things that you can do, and we want to choose the document design. And under document design, you have the option at the top to upload your logo. You also have the option to add custom footers to each of your documents. So the purchase order, you can add custom footer here and save at the bottom of the box, as well as doing that for invoice, acknowledgement, quote request, and quote proposal. If you have any questions about CRM or ESP Web or ESP Orders, you can go to the question mark at the top. It brings you out to our ASI Central knowledge base. You can click on CRM Beta or Beta ESP Orders. Sign up for additional trainings. There will also be on-demand videos available as well. There's an option to email us, call us, or chat with us. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope this class was informative